going on, guys? So I saw this video the other day, and I actually haven't addressed it yet because I wanted to sit down and actually go through all the or go through a set number of videos and try to make sure that what he's saying is true. Because I mean, it seems almost unbelievable to me. Now, I do know they've had problems in the past, moderating children's content, but this one is also entirely a new problem. Other than children content still being a problem, from what I've heard, because I don't have kids, so I don't have to peruse it, but I do have family members with kids, and they still have to moderate it visually, because there's still problems amongst that. But I'm going to talk about what they call basically try-on videos. Now, if you don't know what that is, I will explain a little bit more in detail after I show you what initially got me into this. To actually see this and what led me down, not a rabbit hole in a sense, but more of an exploration of the weird. Now, I'm saying weird because it just makes no sense to do it on YouTube. Now, it's clearly people trying to get people to go to their, spicy site, which, I mean, by all means, if you make content, you make content. There's not a big deal. But YouTube is not the place.
There was no sex. There was no nudity. It was just people talking about sucking titties. Happens all the time on YouTube. You can type in like breastfeeding tips and tricks or transparent clothes try-ons, and you can find porn on YouTube right now. The moderation, the way it's enforced, the support for content creators on this website, it's a joke. And it's just one of those things that has been part of YouTube for so long.
So that's August the Duck, and basically to cover what he was talking about, he is getting a copyright strike takedown because of something to do with a guy who likes to feed off his girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Simple stuff. You can watch his video. I have a tag below. And also, if everybody needs to know, I also will have another video tagged below, which is going to be Moist Criticals, because I didn't know he was doing one. I literally found out as soon as I was firing up YouTube and getting ready to go record, the August the Duck segment I needed for reference. And boom, saw Charlie was talking about it. So I will go ahead and have him tagged below too if you want to go watch his video. By all means, I am fully supportive of other content creators. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about what I wanted to talk about, and a little bit more in depth. So, as you can see, August is talking about there is try-on videos. Now, it's not unknown that there would be try-on videos as far as clothes. Obviously, content's going to be subjective to what somebody else wants to do. So trying on different things, even bikinis, stuff like that, it's going to happen. That's not something to be like, oh my God, it's so offensive. But for you to try on see-through clothes, knowing what you're doing is actually the problem. You have a lot of content. This is a lot now. I'm not talking about a little bit. You can type in quite literally feeding videos, and you can type in try-ons, wet versus dry, stuff like that. And there is a whole list of people doing content like that. Now, I can't provide you with screenshots for obvious reasons. Screen recordings, I'm not going to heavily blur them. I'm pretty sure I still might get hit myself with some problems. Some of their videos, they try to blur it a little bit when they're fully nude, which was really weird. And then they'll put the clothes on, and once they get past the nips, all of a sudden, boom, unblurred. But it looks like nothing changed. All it was like a black mesh. And they purposely get up to the camera and start shaking them in the, up to the camera. Some of them will turn around and twerk a little. I'm not even joking. It's kind of weird that YouTube's kind of turned a blind eye to this and, not doing anything about it. There's so many of them, and I was not on a signed in account. I was on a private browser. I have no data in it. I have literally no search history, no proof I'm 18, and I was able to watch quite a few of the videos. I mean, quite a few of them. I had to go through to make sure that this is actually a problem, and it is. It is actually just that, a problem. Now, I know we've had issues in the past on YouTube with children's content, still having problems, and that's another thing. I don't think they're tagging them as children's content, obviously, but I do think that some of them might be tagging it as adult only and trying to skirt the line, obviously, as educational, because that's another big thing. The introductions are always, oh, this is for education purposes only, and it's not. They know it's not. They have direct connections talking about their spicy content on another app. They're constantly talking about how, well, you can go to that if you want to see more of whatever, this, that, and the other. This is clearly just advertising to a bunch of degenerates trying to find, basically porn on YouTube. It's been a problem since even when I was a teenager. YouTube was a new thing. You could find porn on it pretty quickly. It wasn't that hard. Back then, it was a lot more Wild West. Today, it's supposed to be heavily moderated, and I'm not seeing heavy moderation. They'll take you down for audio. They'll take you down for saying a cuss word. I mean, by all golly gosh, if I said fuck one good time, it's not going to be out there. But if you walk around showing your ham hocks and your absolute baloney nipples, it's fine. Everything's cool as long as somebody else is skirting the line, but by God, if you say a cuss word, then you have other content right now that's going through battles just trying to stay around. say horror, like they cover horror or semi-gore stuff. We'll talk about say Spooky Rice, somebody I've mentioned on my channel before. He is a good content creator. He likes to speak about the more obscure videos and movies that people probably don't watch because it piques his interest. And then you have people that talk about some of the more deranged stuff. They're fighting to keep their channels most of the time because they're finding it to be too offensive. But literal porn, that's fine. We'll draw the line at obscure stuff, but porn, fetish, like nudity, washing your body with like see-through clothes. But oh no, the girl has literally got her beef curtains just hanging around, just... Yeah, that's fine. We're going to do that and letting them straight hang 10 over there. But that's pretty much the situation I think we've come into. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a whole nother list of problems going to come up from this, I know, and it's going to only affect good content creators. But that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.